I'm on a mission to turn £10 into a six-figure business. In the last episode, I spent that £10 on £93 worth of stock that I listed on eBay. Since then, £53 worth of it has sold, which I'm going to try and spend at the car boot behind me. Let's get in there and see what we can find.
How much is the radio? £5?
Yep.
Cool. I'll grab that, thank you. You got 5 cents? Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you very much, appreciate it. Have a good day. PlayStation, mate.
Tenner? I've got the power leads there, no AV lead, that's all.
Yeah, I'll grab that.
CX for £5.
Yeah, I'll grab that, mate, thank you.
Oh, another one there, right?
Is just console only, is that one? Or?
Yeah, go on. Yes, of course. Is it the one there good for you?
You do 15 on the pair?
£5 on that one, any good?
Hold on.
Yeah. That's alright, it's got a third party one with it, so.
Yeah.
Is
Right,
it 15 for the pair?
15.
Nice one. Appreciate that. Did you have any other gaming stuff at all?
Might be more in
There.
Oh, here.
I think you should make for it.
Swap it for the other one if you want.
Yeah, can do.
It's better for you. Oh, a couple of quid for that one if you want it.
I mean, if we're just swapping them out, I was just going to pair it with the console, personally. Awesome.
And then let me just see if there's anything else in there. Oh, mate.
Is this all just stuff they wouldn't take then?
Couple of quid?
Yeah, I'll do a couple of good for that. The first party one, yeah.
Missing the cover, but it's a bloody good game.
Okay, I'll give it a miss on that, I'll grab that all day.
Alright.
Cheers.
I meant to walk away and look this game up to see how much it was actually worth. I definitely forgot, and I regret it because it's worth £30.
How much is the DS stuff?
10 of the lot.
10 of the lot.
2 games.
Yeah, I'll grab that, thank you. Oh, well. It's gonna go, I'm gonna lose it. Thank you. Appreciate it, buddy.
Right, so we are back from our midweek car boot sale and we spent a grand total of £32. Now the midweek car boot sale was absolutely free to get into, which is excellent. We spent all of that money on stock for eBay. The first pickup we made was £5 and it was a bit of a risk for this Kenwood radio. Fingers crossed it works, everything's in there. I'll let you know at the end how much I list everything for. Our next pickup was a little bit of deja vu. Believe it or not, like episode 1, we got 2 PS2s. This time they were both the PS2 Slim in black. Now the first one does have a little bit of damage to it. It's missing the memory card slot, as you can see there, but it looks like it's just the cover. I paid £15 for the 2 of them with 2 power supplies and 1 AV cable. And then I paid an extra £2 for 1 controller. Now all 3 of these controllers are first party Sony controllers and the power supplies are also first party. And our final pick up of the day was this box full of stuff. All I saw in it was some Nintendo DS stuff and a few games. I paid £10 for the lot. And inside there was this very beaten up white Nintendo DS. As you can see, the hinges are gone, so that will be sold as spares and repairs. However, there was this, what looks to be working, pink Nintendo DSi, loaded up, volume's working. That's a good sign. 1 power supply, which is for the DSi. 2 games, one which will just be a bundle fodder, the other one which is Mario Kart on the DS, that one we should be able to sell individually. And there was also this kiddie Zoom VTech camera thing that was in this box as well. I reckon we'll be able to sell that on its own providing it works. If not, I've got a new camera for the vlogs. So as I mentioned, overall we spent £32 on all of this stock. With regards to the gaming stuff, I want to shift it as quick as possible. I have another car boot sale this weekend and I want to have as much money to spend at the Sunday car boot as possible. So I'm going to list these all relatively cheap in the hope that they sell before then. And if they don't, I think I'm going to take them to CEX. This is an excellent sign. PS2 number 1 working. And even the one with the memory port issue is also working and reading discs. I've tested all of the controllers and all 3 of them work as well. Yeah, I was thoroughly testing this Nintendo DS to make sure everything worked. I have definitely not been doing this for the last 15 minutes. Either way, everything works, so does Mario. I'll catch you in another 15.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So now that I've tested everything and confirmed it's all working, I have to decide exactly how to best sell all of these items. Now I believe a mixture of CEX and eBay is going to be my best way forward. Let me explain. First off, we're going to go to CEX. Now I'm going to take in the DSi in pink and I believe I should get £21 in cash for this. I'm also going to take in the 3 PS2 controllers, which should get me £7 each, so 21 there. So that will be £42 in total back in cash within a 24-hour window, which means I would have profited £10 on all of the purchases from my midweek car boot and had a load of stuff to add onto my eBay store. Now the Kenwood stereo was an interesting one. I only paid £5 for it, so the risk wasn't that high. I'm going to be listing it for £24.99 because it's got this box and a few of the cables. The very broken Nintendo DS in white that does power on, I'm going to be listing for £9.99. I'm going to be listing Mario Kart between £7 and £10. I'm going to be listing the 2 PS2 Slims like I did the silver one as spares and repairs replacement consoles. The one that's got all of the ports, I'm going to list at £24.99, and the one that's missing the port, I'm going to list at £19.99. And then I've got the 2 power supplies, which I'm going to list at £9.99 each. Now these do have the figure of 8 cables, so I fully expect them to sell very quickly, unlike the first one that I got. And my new camera, the Kiddie Zoom selfie stick. I think I should be able to get £10 to £15 for it. I do need to find a micro USB cable to charge this bad boy up, as I do not have one. So providing it works, I should, fingers crossed, be listing it for £15, which means very roughly the amount of eBay listings I have is £125. Now all of that is priced at the lower end, so fingers crossed again, it sells through very quickly. Let's take these bits into CEX to see if they actually take them.
Test receipt.
Of course. There we go.
Cool, we found a stylus to go with the DS.
Oh,
so,
awesome.
you're looking at £44.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Got their own campaign.
20, 30, 35, 40.
So this one does. This
1,
one
2,
is
3, and
mainly
4.
Beautiful, thank you.
Grab a signature for me on
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much. Awesome.
Have a good one.
Yeah,
Cheers,
you
mate.
too,
Thank
mate.
you.
Have a good day.
So that wasn't bad at all. The 3 PS2 remotes and the pink Nintendo DSi chopped in for £44 in cash. Combined that with the sales that I've made on eBay, well, next episode we're starting with a nice budget. Speaking of the things that sold on eBay, 2 of these sold before this car boot, hence where I got the budget from. That being this black PS2, which sold for $39.99 all in. Obviously we've got to take off fees and postage off of all of these numbers. The silver PS2 console also sold for $24.99 plus postage. And then after the car boot, the black PS2 replacement console sold for $19.99 plus £5 postage. And the original PSU from the first episode sold for $7.99 plus postage. So if we combine the money that we got from CEX and all of those sales, minus the cost of the goods from this episode, we're left with £88.79 of profit / cash that we can spend at the next car boot. This spreadsheet that you can see on the screen here is linked in the comments and the description down below. It is your one-stop shop to track everything that I'm doing with this challenge. So on the first screen here, we've got the total revenue, which is the total amount of sales that we're going to make across every single platform. we've got our total stock value. So this is the value of the items that are on eBay that have not yet currently sold. We have our profit / the amount of money that we can spend / reinvest into this challenge. And then we also have our profit per hour, because I wanted to give you an accurate idea of how much time I'm spending and how much reward I'm getting for the time that I'm inputting. This first page here is just an overview. So it has so far how many hours I've worked, how much I spent on eBay inventory, how much I've spent on postage, on fees, that kind of stuff. And on the right hand side here, it's got the overview of the total income. So at the moment, we've got eBay, Amazon, the initial £10 and CEX. As we add more revenue streams, I will update this as we go along. Now the second tab has a full breakdown of every single transaction. So that is all of the stock that I've purchased, including the time spent acquiring it, testing it and shipping it, as well as the income broken down into each individual sale. The number on the right hand side here is the full sale price. And then on the left hand side here, we also track the postage and the fees. So I've got an accurate idea of exactly how much everything owes me and how much everything cost me. And then on the assets, this is a total list of the assets that we've got in our inventory. Green means we have sold those items. Anything that's amber means it is listed but not sold, and anything red means it's processing or we're waiting for something to arrive so that we can test it. If there is any changes or additions you want me to make to this spreadsheet so I can be as transparent as possible, let me know in the comments down below. And if you did like today's video, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up, and if you're liking this challenge so far, hit that subscribe button. Next video, we've got £88 to work with, so we should be able to buy a load more stock. That's all from me. I'll catch you on the next one.
Turn that screen off now. Oh no, it's still going.
There you go. There's the blooper for today. Cheers, mate.